Hey yo, what is up, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody? It is me, Godzilla, in my evolved form again, and welcome, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, to SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight live event video on Godzilla King _ Nights 54 to 23. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, this is going to be our live event video of SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight, aka the first SpaceX Starship test flight of Starship version 3. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, this is going to be an absolutely awesome SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight video. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, this is going to be absolutely awesome. So, please like the videos and subscribe to Godzilla King _ Nights 54 to 23 to become a member of Team Godzilla and to get our YouTube channel to 100 subscribers on YouTube, and for more extremely awesome Godzilla King _ Nights 54 to 23 YouTube videos on our YouTube channel. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, this is going to be the SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight live event video on Godzilla King _ Nights 54 to 23. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, please like the videos and subscribe to Godzilla King _ Nights 54 to 23 for more videos like this. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, this is going to be an absolutely awesome Starship Flight 12 video. So, please enjoy the video, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody. This is SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight, aka the first Starship test flight of SpaceX's Starship version 3 generation. So, yeah, it's time for the first ever Starship version 3 test flight now. So yeah, let's get into the video now, everybody. So please enjoy the video. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and sit down on my spot, and let's enjoy the video. Welcome back to Starbase, Texas, everybody. Oh yes, it's time for the first ever Starship test flight of Starship version 3. So yeah, there's a whole lot of new upgrades. A new Starship spacecraft, a new Super Heavy booster, a new launch site, and a whole lot of new upgrades. So here we go. Here we go, everybody. This is going to be absolutely incredible. Oh boy. This is our live event video of Starship Flight 12, the first ever Starship version 3 test flight. All those Starship test flights all comes down to this historic moment right here. Starship Flight 12. Oh yes. Here we go, everybody. Welcome to SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight.
Hello once again, Star People, and welcome back to Starbase, Texas. It's currently 5:01 p.m. Central Time, and we are just 28 and a half minutes away from the first flight of SpaceX's next generation vehicle, Starship version 3.
Let's do this.
The launch attempt was scrubbed due to a hydraulic.
So yeah, attempt 1 was scrubbed due to a problem with the ship quick disconnect going.
And blue skies to boot. I'm Kate Tice, Senior Manager of Quality Systems Engineering.
And I'm Jake Berkowitz, a Lead Propulsion Engineer. And today we're coming to you live once again from just outside the production floor at Star Factory, where the team's preparing for Starship's 12th test flight.
Yeah, yesterday was certainly a nail biter as we recycled to the T-minus 40-second hold a couple of times. And while we unfortunately weren't able to lift off, keep in mind that this is the first flight of a completely redesigned vehicle. So we actually learned a lot in what became a wet dress rehearsal yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. And Starship version 3 has undergone significant upgrades.
Yes.
Taking everything we've learned from the previous 11 flights to make a vehicle capable of full and rapid reusability.
Yeah, so there they are. That is Starship spacecraft number 39 and Super Heavy booster number 19.
And as a member of the Raptor team, I can
The
tell
first
you we're all
Starship version 3 spacecraft and Super Heavy booster version 3. Super Heavy version 3 booster.
under the Super Heavy.
So yeah.
Raptor and Starship version 3 are designed to enable us to send payloads and eventually people all the way to the moon and Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we're planning to put Starship to work on future flights by launching bigger and more powerful Starlink version 3 satellites.
Yeah.
Which aim to substantially increase capacity in orbit, strengthen the network, and deliver an improved experience for customers.
Yeah.
Turning our attention back to today,
yeah.
our primary objective for flight.
So primary objective is to test out the new version 3 redesigns in this real world environment here.
But beneath the surface, it's all new.
So yeah, Starship has basically evolved. So yeah, fearsome SpaceX Starship has evolved. Yeah.
Just like we fly.
Yeah, it's really the data we're expecting to get back from today's flight
So currently
that will bring us
propellant
closer to
loading.
making Starship operational and unlocking the next generation of our future in space. So, no matter the outcome of today's test flight, excitement is guaranteed.
Now let's head a couple floors upstairs where Dan Hewitt is just outside our Launch Control Center. How's it going up there today, Dan?
It's going great, Kate. Everybody, welcome back for round 2. I'm Dan Hewitt with SpaceX Communications. We're looking good for our launch today. You want to do a quick summary, though, of what we saw yesterday, how we got back to launch. It's a really good example of all of the different moving parts that have to work together to get a rocket on the
Gateway to
tower.
Mars.
Halfway up that tower, you see an arm that holds all of the propellant connections.
So yeah, this is Orbital launch site 2. This is the newly evolved and redesigned Orbital launch site for Starship now. So yeah. So yeah, this is a launch site designed to support and launch this new redesign of Starship.
Early or too late, and a lot of hardware that has to work in concert in very, very short time frames. We started to unpin it, releasing that tension,
So
caused
yeah,
motion on the arm that triggered a hold.
So yeah, there they are right there. Starship spacecraft number 39 and Super Heavy booster number 19. The first Starship spacecraft version 3 spacecraft and Super Heavy booster version 3 booster to ever fly. First Starship, the first ever version 3 Starship spacecraft and version 3 Super Heavy booster. Starship 39 and Super Heavy booster 19. So yeah, they're flying today for Starship Flight 12, debuting Starship version 3. So as you know, we have a new Starship spacecraft, a new Super Heavy booster, new Raptor engines, new orbital launch site, and a whole lot of new upgrades. So yeah, we're going to see him fly today and make history for becoming the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever built and flown. The version 3 version of the world's most powerful and largest rocket. So yeah, there's everybody on console preparing for Starship Flight 12.
As we count down to liftoff. Propellant load is underway. You can see the rocket getting frosty. We're on track to launch at the top of our window at 5:30 p.m.
You see a whole lot of new changes.
The weather has been gorgeous. Thank you to everybody who was outside yelling at clouds that got us weather yesterday. It extended into today, and we are looking at a green range right now. Punctually, today's countdown.
This is going to be
identical to
incredible.
yesterday. Looks very similar to previous Starship flight tests. Some minor differences in timing on things like when we start propellant load, when the water starts flowing on the diverter, when our engines start up.
So yeah, you can see the orbital launch. You see the orbital launch mount is completely redesigned and a whole lot more robust and evolved.
As Kate noted, so the outside will look familiar, but we've made extensive upgrades across the entire system. Big picture to Starship's still very, very big. It's just over 407 feet tall, fully stacked, a little bit taller than version 2, have more propellant in both stages. On the bottom half, our Super Heavy booster has some visible structural changes on the outside. On its top, we've got an integrated hot stage now.
Integrated hot stage ring.
Use one, so we're doing that for reusability.
For reusability.
You
can see camera view looking at Starship 39's 6 Raptor version 3 engines. The 3 sea level Raptor V3 engines and 3 vacuum Raptor V3 engines.
On the booster, which we used to steer on descent, went from 4 down to 3.
So yeah, the Raptor engines have been completely redesigned and now are more powerful.
For catch on future missions. when we bring the booster
So yeah,
back.
you can see
Redesign the fuel transfer
the whole entire
system,
rocket
all
Starship
that
now
nitrogen,
in
liquid
Starship
methane
version
down to
3
those 33 engines
version.
lets us light
Starship's
all
version
33
3
at the same
generation
time
is
and
now
have
124
faster,
meters,
more reliable.
124 meters tall, or
Very
407
different with
feet.
those Raptor 3
You
engines.
see
Deleted
you can see
all the
Booster
previous
19's
trials,
33
previous
Raptor
generations,
version
all
3
from
engines.
avionics
So yeah,
hardware,
those
everything
engines
that's
together are
super
going to
integrated
produce
now,
18
protected by
million
much
pounds of
slower
thrust.
shielding.
That's triple the
On
thrust
second
of
stage,
the Saturn V
Starship
rocket.
version 3
So
designed
yeah,
to carry massive
we're going to see
orbit
history
payloads
be
up
made
to
on that.
metric tons to Earth orbit, the Moon, and Mars.
18
Biggest
million
changes
pounds of
inside the
thrust at
vehicle itself.
liftoff.
The propulsion system got a complete redesign, increased our propellant take volume, improved our steering on orbit.
Yeah.
In the payload,
There are a whole lot of changes. So yeah, there are like a whole lot of new changes on Starship here, a whole lot of design upgrades and stuff. So you make sure you go check out my community post I posted about Starship Flight 12 like a month ago.
There's two right below the payload bay door, two near the bottom.
So you can see the Starship 39's forward section right there. You see its flaps along with the SpaceX logo decal right there in the center. See some Starlink terminals and its payload bay. And yeah.
Now those engines are manufactured in
Raptor version 3.
California, tested in McGregor, Texas. Redesigned their ignition system, bumped up the thrust in the sea level and the vacuum engines, and then
you see some fog coming out there.
Speed lines, controllers, everything that was kind of the busy sections around Raptors 1 and 2, and either deleted them or internally integrated and protected them inside the engine. That dramatically.
So yeah, Orbital Launch Mount 2 is the first version of the Starship Orbital Launch Mount. The new version of the Orbital Launch Mount for Starship. It now has a flame trench, a bi-directional flame diverter, and a double water deluge system, both on the flame diverter and the top deck.
The team has been working hard on a brand new rocket, but we also redesigned the ground systems.
Yeah, the ground systems have been heavily upgraded.
Making its debut today.
We took everything we learned from operating on Pad 1 to create this totally new launch pad. Pad 2 is optimized for full and rapid reusability.
Yeah.
We upgraded our propellant farm with much more storage and more pumps to enable super fast filling for launch and relaunch. And on the tower, we changed to shorter chopsticks.
Yeah.
So that's the black assembly there at the top of the tower.
Shorter
and that
mechanical
enables
arms.
even faster
Now are
motion to better
faster
track
and
vehicles flying in
electromechanical
for catch.
powered.
Yeah, we also changed the actuators driving those chopsticks from hydraulics to 100% electromechanical, increasing their speed, redundancy, and reliability.
So yeah, they're going to be moving faster when they catch a Starship spacecraft or a super heavy booster.
In one word, I'd say robust. But it's also smarter. We've separated the fuel and aux systems into different compartments and repositioned the booster quick disconnects to be out of the vehicle's plume during liftoff.
And as you can see there on your screen, we also have a new bi-directional flame diverter and a new top deck flame deflector.
Water
to
deluge
eliminate
system,
metal wear
double
and
deluge,
gas. So, say goodbye
double
to
deluge
the
system.
pancake. However, this will help us get to zero refurbishment between launches. Now this pad is still built for maximum safety and fast turnaround.
Bi-directional
because
flame
making life
diverter and top deck
planetary
deluge
will
system.
require launching a lot of Starships. Now, it's currently T-minus 18 minutes and 38 seconds. We're going to hop over to Hawthorne for a moment for more on Starlink with Tyler.
Let's talk about
Lindquist.
Starlink,
Tyler?
shall we?
Hey, Kate, thank you so much. I'm Tyler Lindquist, and I'm a Starlink business analyst here
Hey,
at SpaceX.
I see the fans.
We're excited to be back here in Hawthorne, ready for another attempt at a launch today. So, as we talked about yesterday,
Starlink
on today's
simulator
flight,
satellites.
We're going to be deploying
22 Starlink simulator satellites. 20 normal simulators and 2 special Starlink simulator satellites. That might potentially record some viewing of Starship.
And acts as a
So, yeah.
platform for testing V3 components. Now, the larger V3 satellites aim to greatly expand our network's capacity, while V3 hardware is designed to support faster Wi-Fi and improved broadband speeds for our customers while providing significant capacity upgrades from the V2 Mini. So, in addition to delivering future V3 satellites to the Starlink network, Starship is also planned to launch our AI satellites. And
Yeah.
as you may have seen during the TerraFab event in Austin,
So yeah,
Months ago,
Elon Musk
no
is
one had
collaborating
revolutionized
all of his
cloud computing
companies,
and AI
SpaceX,
infrastructure,
Tesla, and
leveraging the
XAI,
unlimited power
to
of the
create the
sun,
Terafab
targeting
project.
100 gigawatts to 1 terawatt of AI computing power annually. And from there, we're looking at connectivity beyond our planet too. Building on the technologies used to connect people on Earth, the Starlink team is exploring using Starlink to enable high bandwidth connectivity around the moon. With a constellation of satellites designed to connect to user terminals on the lunar surface, we could relay data back to our Starlink constellation in Earth orbit.
Yeah.
So traditionally, deep space comms have relied on...
So yeah, this is basically going to be the future right
This new
here.
design would use lasers to relay data back to Earth, which can massively increase the bandwidth available to future lunar missions. We currently have thousands of lasers operating in our Starlink constellation around Earth, and deploying that
This is
technology
going to be incredible here. I hope you all are ready for this.
Capacity. Together, this could provide the connectivity backbone between the Earth and the Moon, and enable gigabit connectivity anywhere on the lunar surface.
We're going to make Starlink interplanetary, not just humanity. We're going to make Starlink interplanetary as well.
Views for us back on Earth too. So all of that adds up to a lot of satellites, but the good news is there's still plenty of space in space. That said, the Starlink team takes space safety extremely seriously and works hard to encourage best practices across the entire industry so space stays open for as many people as possible.
Yeah.
In fact, just yesterday, the Starlink team published a new update on Starlink.com to encourage all satellite operators to better coordinate and follow best practices to keep space safe. So for more on safety, go to starlink.com/updates.
You can also see some faint camera views of onboard Starship here in the background on the left.
Thanks, Tyler. Now let's dive into the flight profile for
Oh yeah, here's the Starship Flight 12 flight profile. So here's what's going to happen for a SpaceX Starship 12 orbital test flight here. So here we go. Let's get into a little deep dive here for Starship Flight 12 and what Starship will be doing here. For Starship Flight 12, the first test flight of Starship version 3 here. So here we go. So Starship 39 and Booster 19 will lift off from Orbital Launch Site 2 at Starbase with all 33 engines ignited on Booster 19, creating 18 million pounds of thrust. They'll quickly go into max Q, and then they will shut down most of Booster 19's engines, and then ignite Starship 39's engines and separate. Booster 19 will do its boost back burn while Starship 39 heads into space. Then it will shut down its engines. Booster 19 will descend, and then we'll do an ocean landing in the Gulf of America. While Starship 39 will enter space, it will shut down its engines, and then we'll deploy 22 Starlink simulator satellites, with 2 of them might potentially recording Starship. There will be an in-space Raptor entry relay demo. Then Starship 39 will go through atmospheric entry, do an RTLS banking maneuver, and do a simulated ocean landing, and then we'll do its own ocean landing. It will do its own ocean landing in the Gulf of America, with both Starship 39 and Booster 19 simulating a Mechazilla catch in the ocean. So yeah, that's basically what Starship Flight 12 is going to do.
Thanks to Starlink, we'll be going live to the Indian Ocean and chatting once again with the ship recovery team stationed out there.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. That's going to be totally awesome. But sit tight because first we're going to go to Dan for a quick status check.
Yep,
All right.
everybody, good news, still looking good. Range is green currently. We're expecting another update on that in just about 4 minutes. It should be our final determination. Weather continues to look amazing. Vehicle and pad both looking healthy. We are a little over 80%
propellant loading is
fuel,
progressing.
unlocks in the ship, and then a little more than 2/3 it's looking like on booster. So we are on track today, looking good for a launch right now at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. All right, so we're going to do that right at the top. Once again, though, we're going to be targeting to send Starship around the world for a splashdown in the Indian Ocean. We had a really quick check-in yesterday with the Starship recovery team out there on station.
So we're not planning to do a Mechazilla catch today. We're going to land both Starship 39 and Booster 19 in the ocean.
From the boat deck out in the ocean, a couple hundred miles off the coast of Australia. Seren, how's it going, man? Welcome to the Flight 12 webcast. How's everything looking out there in the landing zone?
Dan, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm not going to lie to you, it's a little rougher than it was yesterday. Nighttime, it's hard to see the horizon, but we're looking at about 10-foot seas, and we're loving it, but it's rough.
All right, what's your guys' primary job out there? I mean, you're out kind of in the middle of nowhere. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, but you
So,
do it.
like as you mentioned, like it's usually a 500 to 600 nautical miles sail from shore, and our primary goal is as a range clearing group. So, like we come out here and make sure there's no one else in the area, so the rocket can launch. But that kind of allows
Okay,
us to
so
do our second goal.
These guys, they got
imagery
Starlink
of the rocket
buoys
as
out
it
there,
enters and as it
so
splashes down.
they'll
We get a lot
capture
other data,
video
like
of
the primary
Starship
one is
39 as
shore
it lands in the
imagery
Indian Ocean.
with an ensemble of maritime and aerial-based assets.
And talk to us a little bit, because it's evolved over time, kind of humble beginnings of getting those views, to talk us through where we've gotten to now today.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I think some people know, but
these are
like,
the buoys.
the Markstead bots are quite identifiable. That's the buoys that we use, and they were originally used as sailboat racers. And we
Oh,
kind of put them in as a Hail Mary attempt on Flight 5 to get imagery of the rocket as it came down. And we all thought it maybe would have worked, but we were super shocked and really pleased to see all of the buoys pointed right at the rocket as it came down, which was a testament to not only the scrappy engineering we were able to put together, but also the rocket's ability to land right on target. And then since then, we've kind of iterated more and more, and these buoys have become way more robust and have now a lot more data collection materials, not just visual imagery. And as a result, they kind of are the most mature versions they've ever been.
yeah. So
It's
we're
really
gonna see
cool because almost all
we're gonna
the
see,
buoys that we're deploying even now for Flight
we're gonna
12
see
that
some
got launched
epic
back
camera.
A few hours ago are the exact same ones that were
so
used for Flight
we're
5.
gonna
And I saw a couple of user terminals. How's Starlink kind of playing a role in this entire operation?
Dan,
So
I'm
we're
not
almost
gonna
just
lie
about
to
10
you.
minutes
We
away
have
from
Starlink out
liftoff
here,
of
we
Starship
would
Flight
be
12.
like just on like a usual basis of like working, we're allowed to like have calls with each other and like work on documents with each other, send things to each other in like a very timely manner because of the Starlink on the boat. But not only that, each one of these buoys is equipped with a standard Starlink Mini, the one you would just get from like ordering it commercially, and that allows us to not only operate the buoy remotely, but also to get live stream data and telemetry, which is honestly super useful, and I don't think we have another solution for it without Starlink.
Before I let you go, what's it like? You're out there and then all of a sudden Starship appears out of the sky. What's that feel like, man?
We're now 10 minutes away until Starship Flight 12
I can't lie
launches.
to you, it feels awesome. Just like being on the boat, not seeing any land for miles and miles, and then hearing the Starship crack down with its sonic booms and watching it race through the sky is one of the most magical feelings on Earth, and really excited to feel that again today.
All right, well, thanks, Surin. Good luck, man. Hopefully we're sending a rocket your way real soon. Thanks for joining us in, man. I'm going to send it now back down to Kate and Jake for the latest progress we're making at Cape Canaveral in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Dan. Now, if we
Can't
want to
forget,
get to the moon and
Starship's
Mars
going to be
as
launching
fast as
from
possible, there's really
Florida
only
as
one
well, at
answer,
Cape
and
Canaveral.
it's to launch a lot more rockets.
Yeah, and to do that, we're going to need a few more launch pads and support buildings, which is exactly what we're working on over in Florida. So originally built for Apollo and then the Space Shuttle, Launch Complex 39A has flown 126 Falcon missions since SpaceX reactivated the pad in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually remember the day that we did that. I was able to host the live webcast for that first launch out of Pad 39A, and it was just so amazing to see that pad come back to life. And it's also exciting.
Alright,
to
so
see
yeah,
how today,
Starbase
almost
Florida.
10
We
years
are
later,
progressing on
ongoing
Starbase Florida here.
construction, as you said,
Everything
there,
is coming together really good,
and the
as you
development
can see
that
right
we're
here.
doing
We
is
got
second
the
launch tower to
orbital
Launch
launch mount
Complex 39A.
getting built.
It's designed to
A whole
expand
lot
our
of
capabilities
the
to support Starship launches in the future,
of the launch
while
site getting
also
prepared.
continuing
And
to
we also
support
got
Falcon
ship
Heavy
quick
missions
disconnect arm.
from the
We
original
also got the quick
Apollo
disconnect
shuttle
arm
Falcon
installed.
launch tower.
Yeah, we're not done. We're also building a Starship launch pad at Slick 37.
We're also building a
And to
launch
support
pad
the
at
uptick in future
Start
launches,
at
there's
Space Launch
Gigabay,
Complex 47,
a
and
giant
here's
assembly
Gigabay right
maintenance
here.
facility designed to prep starships
So yeah,
ahead
Gigabay
of
right
launches.
here is
And
basically
basically,
going to be
this
Starship's
structure
vehicle
installs
assembly building right
24
here.
work
It's
cells
going to have
and over
24
800,000
workstations,
square feet of
and
workspace.
it's going to be supporting Starship
So
version
yeah,
3 and
SpaceX
Starship
Florida,
version 4
SpaceX's future
construction
Florida
work.
is quickly taking shape with our very first launches on the horizon.
Yeah.
Exactly. A horizon that aims for regular trips
Gigabay
to the
coming
moon.
to
And
Florida.
speaking of moon,
and
we've got
Texas.
another special guest for you today.
Oh,
Dan,
who's that?
I think the last time you and I were on a webcast podcast with this person was Polaris Dawn, as he was performing the very first commercial spacewalk.
Oh
That's
boy.
right, Kate
Oh,
and Jared.
it's Jared Isaacman,
I
the
don't know
NASA
if Jared
administrator.
was doing a spacewalk, but
Jared
we're trying our
Isaacman.
best to make it as exciting. Like, thanks
Jared
for joining us
Isaacman,
here
the
today, man.
NASA administrator. He's
He's all the
awesome.
way.
It's great to be here. Yep, certainly great to do a little bit of a flyby. I think they should accompany all the great rocket launches, and we certainly got a great rocket out there on the pad. But wonderful to be back, and no surprise, it's always changing here. It looks amazing.
I was gonna say, it's been a couple of years. What was your impression flying in? It just the lay of the land.
Artemis
Well,
2 was
I think
awesome.
it was actually maybe 10 months ago. I was here slinging pizzas. I got a new job now. But,
Nice.
I
love
there's been
pizza.
So much that's changed even since then. Yeah, the facilities look amazing. All the housing that's coming in here, and of course, you had 2 orbital launch pads out there and a rocket that's just looking fantastic, especially from the air. It's good.
Hey, you said you got a new job. It's been a slow start to your first 6 months. I mean, you only sent humans around the moon for the first time since the Apollo days. Bill and I kind of nerded out a little
So yeah,
bit. That was,
NASA Artemis 2
that
was
the last thing
absolutely
I worked
incredible.
on
We
when I
got
was at
humans
NASA,
around the
seeing
moon for the
was
first
just
time since
insane.
the Apollo
Like,
program
how's
ended.
everybody feeling after the success of Artemis 2?
Well, I'd say I have the best job in the world, and I certainly work with an unbelievable team. I mean, as you know, that was a
Yeah,
that
he's the
mission was
NASA
a long time
administrator
in the
now.
making. So I got to show up at the right time to see everybody put all that effort to put it in action. But what a great mission! Those 4 astronauts, you couldn't have had better ambassadors for humankind to the stars. I mean, they really brought us all along for 10 days, and we're getting ready for what comes next. We're going to start stacking Artemis 3. We got a lot of the hardware in the VAB already.
Yeah, Artemis
Maybe
3
got
launching in
some time before we do
2027.
Another wet dress. So.
All right.
And we're looking forward to seeing this thing fly, because hopefully at some point in the not too distant future we're gonna join up in Earth orbit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, what's coming up next, and ultimately, like, based on the moon, that's the big focus. Like, what's kind of the why? Like, why are we doing this for everybody?
Oh well, I mean, and yes, we're certainly trying to get back to the moon. But what's coming up next? We're also building a moon base in parallel. Why are we doing
Yeah.
that? Well, it's for a lot of the shirts I see around here, which is Occupy Mars.
So yeah,
And
here's
great opportunity.
Starship
Go
in
to
its
the
human
moon,
landing
build
system
a moon
variant.
base
That's
on
what's
the South
that's
Pole,
what's
interact with
that's the
the
type of
local
starship
ice
that's going to be
maybe
landing
work
on the
some of
moon
those skills
here.
we're gonna need
That's the
when we're
version of
4 days
Starship
away
that's
from
going to land
home,
on the
and what we
moon.
might need someday when we're
future.
9 months away from home. But we got other things coming up.
So
too.
let's
You got
hope
the
that goes
Exploration
well.
Orbiter. That
Yeah.
telescope's going to launch later this summer. There's a lot of great, exciting things going on at NASA right now.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, SpaceX, we're custom built to try and make life multiplanetary. We're super honored, excited to be part of this entire Artemis program. Really excited to see Starship, sending people to the moon, all of the different pieces working
Oh,
together.
yeah.
It's going to be a really exciting future.
Human landing
Absolutely. Well,
system,
thanks for having me here.
Starship.
It's great to see everybody. Again, I know a lot of hard work leads up to a moment like this, so we're all rooting for you, and we're looking forward to meeting up next year in Earth orbit.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you jump back in there. We've got about
Thank
4
you.
minutes to go. Let's toss
Yeah.
it back down to Kate and Jake.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say we could listen to you guys yap about the moon pretty much all day. It's so inspiring to hear
Yeah.
about the future of exploration
Here, I'm gonna
on
go
the moon.
fix
And
that
if
phone
you
real
caught
quick.
the show yesterday, you also heard some more future space exploration news.
Yeah,
I
that's
had to
right.
move the Starship
Prompt
model.
2 mission commander Chun Wang
Alright,
will be one of the
back in
first
action.
humans to become an interplanetary traveler.
Oh,
I've never
yes.
said that word before.
Interplanetary
While
traveler.
also joining Starship's
This
first
guy
mission
from,
to fly past the moon.
From 2
Yeah.
mission, the Fram 2
Amazing. In fact,
mission.
that Dragon capsule that you saw there was Dragon Resilience. That is the same Dragon spacecraft that
We might have him go
Isaacman
to Mars
flew
here,
both Inspiration
potentially.
4 and Polaris Dawn. So it's a good one. Now, Dan, we're now coming back into a terminal count again. Anticipation is definitely growing as we proceed towards our second attempt. Once again, this is the first flight. We're aiming to fly for the first time.
Starship version 3.
Massive upgrades across the vehicle that you see
Starship's
at the
version
pad
3
there, as well
generation.
as the
New
pad
Starship
itself.
spacecraft, new Super Heavy booster, new
The good news is
launch
we've got a
pad,
pretty
new,
quiet countdown today.
ground
We're
infrastructure,
looking at a
new
green
Raptor
light
engines,
still,
new
not
everything.
tracking any issues with our weather.
No
with the
issues
vehicle
at
or
all.
With the pad for a launch. We are now getting into the phase where we're closing out prop load on the ship. And
We're
then
about to
boosters
close out
that
propellant
comes out
here.
in about 15 seconds or so. Once we're fully done with this, you're looking at 11.5 million plus pounds of liquid propellant on board Starship and Super Heavy.
Yep.
We're gonna get the pad itself ready, push back all of the propellant that's in those lines running from the farm up to the launch mount. Just kind of
Propellant
harden
loading
the
almost
area
fully
and
complete.
Get it ready for launch. We're Gonna peek inside, hopefully see the engines do a little wiggle as we do our final steering check.
Oh
That'll
yes,
happen at
we're gonna see
T-minus
Booster 19 do a
100
gimbal
seconds
test.
after we get through
It's
T-minus
13
40.
gimbaling
T2
Raptor
yes,
version
we're
3
very
engines.
familiar. If we need to hold,
So yeah.
we can go into what's called rapid recycle, essentially, where we can hang out at T-minus 40 seconds. It's built in. We're only gonna hold if there's an issue.
So,
We're currently tracking one. They can pop up.
a lot of new
after
changes,
we pass T-minus 40. But right now we're
Super
looking
Heavy
at
Booster now has integrated hot switch ring, redesigned grid fins that are 50% larger and stronger, and are shaped like octagons now, octagon shape now, and there's only 3 grid fins instead of 4. You can also see a bunch of tiles are white on Starship here, because those are going to simulate missing tiles. So, yeah, 1 minute 54 seconds. There we go. It's time.
Goes to internal power, and its engines will get their final priming for launch.
There we go.
While the ship's
So prepare to see some potential gimbal testing here.
and arms the automatic
So
flight safety system.
prepare. So once the
40 seconds, we still have
okay, here we
the
go.
ability to
There's
rapidly
Booster
reset
19's
all of the
13
certifications
gimbaling
after
Raptor version
T-minus
3
40
engines
seconds.
doing their gimbal test in preparation for Starship Flight 12. So yeah, there you have it. You just saw gimbal testing there. Prepare for those engines to produce 18 million pounds of thrust, triple the thrust of the Saturn V rocket. So here we go. This is it. New Starship spacecraft design, new Super Heavy Booster design, new orbital launch pad, new ground infrastructure, and new everything. So here we go. Let's do this, everybody. Time for the first test flight of Starship version 3, Starship Flight 12 in 1 minute. T-minus 1 minute. Here we go.
We just heard we're at T-minus 1 minute.
Here we go, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody. Here we go. It's time. It's time for SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight. The first Starship test flight of Starship's version 3 generation. Featuring Starship 39 and Super Heavy Booster 19. We're going to turn up the volume for this one.
Alright,
Here we go.
We're holding, we were just waiting for the fuel pushbacks to complete into the prop farm. We did hear that did just complete, so expecting them to reset that hold shortly.
Prepare to reset the hold anytime now. Alright, this is orbital launch mount vent and zoom in clock.
The hold is reset, clock as well.
Here we go. Here we go. It's time for SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight, everybody. Flight directors go for launch. We are go for SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight. And here we go. The fire suppression system on the orbital launch mount has activated. And it's time to count down to SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight. Prepare to see the deluge on the flame trench in the top deck. And here we go. Let's count down to Starship Flight 12. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, ignition. And liftoff of SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight. We rise together with SpaceX, traveling back to the moon, traveling to Mars and beyond. This is the first test flight of Starship's version 3 generation, featuring Starship 39 and Super Heavy Booster 19. Let's go, SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight. Go, Starship 39 and Super Heavy Booster 19. Yeah, all 33 Raptor engines have ignited and are performing nominally.
T plus 30 seconds into flight. See a 33 out of 33 Raptor 3 engines on Booster V3.
Yeah, 33 Raptor version 3 engines on Super Heavy Booster version 3. 18 million pounds of thrust. A new world record has been broken.
Systems looking good. We're just passing through the period of
We're now
maximum
supersonic.
dynamic pressure.
Alright, Starship is supersonic and is now going through max Q, maximum aerodynamic pressure.
A little over a minute into flight now.
Yeah.
Operations chilling out here at Star Factory.
Yeah.
We continue to watch Starship Flight 12 arc out over the Gulf. The next major thing coming up is going to be hot staging.
Alright, so next major milestone coming up is going to be hot staging separation. So we're going to see, so yeah, there you have it. A new world record has been broken. The first ever test flight of the new version 3 generation of the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever built and flown.
Engines on ship while it is still attached.
Yeah.
We have clamps.
Everything's looking nominal so far. Oh, it looks like we got a Raptor version 3 engine out on the 20 engine ring on Booster 19. This shouldn't be that much of an issue. We're running on 32
Raptor
engines.
But again,
So
once
here we
get the hot
go.
staging,
We're now
there's
approaching hot
6
stage
engines on the
separation.
ship
We're going
are
to see
going
Booster
to
19
ignite.
shut down all but 5 of
We're
its
gonna do
engines,
it in
then
a
Starship
little bit
39 ignite
different
its
of
engines, and then
a,
hot stage separation happen, and
sequence on version
Booster
3.
19 do its
Essentially,
flip,
those
and
3
then do
RVAC
its boost
engines
back
will
burn.
ignite first.
So here we go. We're
Almost
now
immediately after,
oriented
just
for
one
hot
of those
staging.
Central engines is going to
So here we go.
ignite,
Prepare for hot
and
staging
that's gonna
separation.
give the
Here we go.
booster a bit of a kick, sending it in a known
Here we go.
direction, followed shortly after
And
by the other 2.
all right, here we go. Booster 19 most engines cut off. 5 engines running. Starship 39 ignition and hot staging separation confirmed. And there's visual confirmation right there. And oh my Godzilla, that does not look like a nominal hot staging for Booster 19. And that does not look like a nominal boost back.
We're not
It looks like they were going to ignite all 33 engines for the boost back. And it looks like we've had an early boost back shutdown on Booster 19. So
it looks like we just had an early boost back shutdown.
Booster 19 is now going to be heading into a trajectory far away from its intended splashdown area, and oh my Godzilla, looks like oh no, it looks like we have a Raptor vacuum engine out on on Starship 39 here. It looks like we got a Raptor vacuum engine out on Starship 39 here, and looks like we're not running on 5 Raptor version 3 engines. But it's okay, they got engine out capabilities now, so they might have to extend the burn. They might have to extend the ascent burn a little longer than predicted, than what they were going for.
Again, we're not planning on bringing the booster back for this flight, as this was the very first time.
So the boost back burn has failed on Booster 19. That hot staging did look awesome, but it didn't look that good for Booster 19. It looked like it flipped in the wrong direction instead of flipping up.
For about 8 minutes and change.
And
about 8 minutes and 11
so,
seconds was our planned timeline for today.
So,
that could
yeah,
shift slightly as we do have one engine out.
We're still looking nominal on 5 out of 6 Raptor engines on Starship 39, and Booster 19 is spinning a whole lot. But this is the first ever test flight of Starship version 3,
Again,
so there is the possibility that this may not go completely perfect.
All of the engines ignite that we
Oh,
expected.
looks like we got a camera view looking at Booster 19's
from
engines.
That's going to make a splashdown somewhere in the Gulf.
We're now going to be making our ocean landing in the Gulf of America,
for these
but
launches.
we're not going to be doing it at our intended splashdown area, our targeted area that we're going to splash down because the boost back burn failed. I think the hot staging caused the hot staging sequence when Starship 39 ignites engines, they were supposed to be flipping Booster 19 up, but instead had it flip Booster 19 to the side, and that might have caused a whole bunch of propellant sloshing and caused all the engines to die.
Sure ship's on its planned trajectory again.
And that caused all the planned engines to not go perfectly as planned, and
booster giving us some
they had to abort the boost back burn.
Back down.
But we're still looking nominal on Starship 39. Booster 19 is now descending.
All right, so a little over 5.5 minutes.
Looks like the grid fins are now maintaining control. Now that the grid fins are now redesigned. We only have 3 grid fins, but this should give us a stable trajectory. It looks like we're stabilizing now. We're stabilized now. And
really shaky, and I was
yeah.
surprised how fast the booster
Here we
got off
go.
the path.
We're descending down on Booster 19. We're going down fast. We're now descending at a higher angle of attack, almost descending horizontally on Booster 19. And here we go. We're heading down to the Gulf of America.
Healthy chamber pressures on 5 out of 6 Shape Raptor engines.
We are descending down, and here we go. Booster 19 ocean landing burn startup. We're going to simulate a Mechazilla catch here. Looks like we got ignition, and oh no, I don't think we're slowing down. I don't think we're slowing down enough. We're going in too fast, and oh no, it's gone. It's gone. It had a very fast splashdown. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it splashed down so fast it must have got destroyed upon impact, and it looks like Booster 19 has ended its journey there in the Gulf of America. It looks like we got one engine running on the booster engine layout, which is definitely not enough engines.
those engines.
It should usually start. It should start with 13 engines, then down select to 5 engines, and then down select to 3 engines for the ocean landing burn. But I don't think that is what happened with Booster 19 here. But we're now focusing on Starship 39 here. Now that Booster 19's gone too early,
gives the ship a little bit of character.
Yeah.
And again, all these great views brought to you by Starlink, of
All
course.
these views brought to you by Starlink, and you see Starship 39 continuing into space with that awesome looking S39 decal right there, giving it some character.
Obligatory shout out to the entire Starship avionics, camera, electronics team.
Wow.
Did a whole lot of work to get these upgrades.
Oh wow, we got a camera view looking at the engines in the engine bay of Starship 39. You can see the engine plume flames, the engine exhaust flames from the Raptor sea level engines very clearly right there. You can see the Mach diamonds. You can see the frost on the engines as well.
We should have just a little over 20 seconds to go. We'll see if the burn extends a little bit.
You can see that. You see we got you see those holes right there? Those are RCS thrusters. Those are basically Starship now has upgraded RCS thrusters. Starship spacecraft now has upgraded RCS thrusters, and you can see the new catch pin design right there. That the catch pin has been upgraded, and we're now at the Starship engine cutoff point. But it looks like we're extending the burn much longer than we thought,
we are
because
continuing to go a little bit longer.
Going a little bit longer. They do have engine out capability, so since that Raptor vacuum engine died, since that Raptor vacuum engine went out, they might have to extend the burn much longer.
Still burning on ship.
And this means we might probably have to skip the engine relight demo later on, probably, because because of what happened with that Raptor vacuum engine. Well, there might have to be a little change of plans for Starship Flight 12 here.
Minutes.
We're now at 9 minutes. Everything looking nominal on 5 out of 6 Raptor engines on Starship 39, Raptor version 3 engines. Alright.
And starting to
Alright, there's the Raptor vacuum engine shut down. It'll keep the sea level engines running for a little longer, and then there's shutdown and the Starship 39 engine cutoff. Starship 39 is now in space. Yeah. Starship 39 made it into space. They got a Starship version 3 spacecraft into space on the first try. Congratulations, Starship 39. The first Starship version 3 spacecraft is now in space.
5 of those 6 Raptors.
However, Booster 19, the first version 3 Super Heavy booster, is no longer around anymore. It's out of the picture now because of what happened to it right there. Alright, well, we now have a nominal orbit insertion from the looks of it.
Right,
the flight termination system has been saved.
Right
yeah. Look at that. Look at those views. The SpaceX fans cheering them on. Alright, we're moving the flaps in space. This is a little in-space flap test. Wow. You see those patches of heat shield tiles right there on the windward side of Starship 39 here. Like on the flaps, on the body of Starship 39, and yeah.
We're going to stand by for
There's basically more heat shield tile testing here on the windward side of Starship here. I think it does look cool with those patches with heat shield tiles on it. It makes it look really amazing. I love it.
Excitement guaranteed.
Excitement is guaranteed,
and
and
a lot more to go
yeah,
on the mission
I think I can see the RCS thrusters are now doing their work now.
So now all eyes are on the ship.
All eyes are now on Starship 39. Prepare for our in-space objectives with Starship 39. It looks like a nominal orbit insertion to me, yeah.
So we're going to continue. We've got some amazing views here of the ship. Wow, it's just that this is our planet. This is our home.
Yeah. This is planet Earth here. And Starship, a version 3 Starship is seeing this for the first time.
As a reminder, the objectives for ship today, not only included the separation that we saw, but we're also planning to deploy 20 Starlink
22 to be exact, 22 Starlink simulator satellites. Two
satellites
normal
as
Starlink
well.
simulator
Our
satellites
internal
and
teams
two
for
specialized
sure are
Starlink simulator
two
satellites
our,
that what
our
SpaceX
Reaper
calls
satellites.
Dodger Dogs. Those
Who's, uh,
those have
Reaper
hardware on
satellites
them
over.
that'll
You should see those
potentially
deployments
get
here in a little
imaging
bit.
and video
We're
of
also
Starship
looking to
39
perform,
once
a
they
relay
deploy.
of a Raptor engine as well.
Yep, that's exactly right. And the relay will look a little bit different this time. We're hoping to
So
get a
yeah,
little bit of
the
a longer
relay
duration.
demo
Of course, we gotta
will look a
see
little
once we get
different
there.
when they actually do a
And,
relay
that
demo
relay
in space.
won't actually be
The
changing
Starship
our
spacecraft.
orbit necessarily, but we're doing it more so as a technology demonstration.
Yeah. Camera view is powered by Starlink. Views by Starlink. Yeah. So we're currently looking
For those of you that
midway
maybe just
through the
recently tuned in,
Atlantic
you missed
Ocean right now, just above
pretty exciting
South
almost
America,
13 minutes.
somewhere
We
below
had a liftoff,
Florida in North
pretty much
America.
on time,
And
almost
yeah,
right exactly at 5:30
everything's still
p.m.
looking
We did
everything's
have a
looking perfectly
brief
nominal
hold
for
and
Starship
the team
39. So
exploits
Starship
period.
39 had a
We were
much
able
better
to
outcome than
proceed
what
through that.
Booster
We
19
saw a
did.
gorgeous
Much
liftoff.
more successful
Jake
outcome
and I
than
were
what
able
Booster
to
19
stand
did.
outside
Might need
and
to improve
witness
things
that
on
with all of our
the
colleagues.
Virgin 3
And
Super Heavy
what a
booster
moment. I'll tell you
for
what, it is a heck of a lot
for
louder
future
out
Starship
here than
launches.
what
They
it
might
has
have
been.
to do a lot of upgrades
Absolutely.
on Super Heavy
And,
Booster 20 for
a couple
Starship
things
Flight
I noticed
14
on the way
when
I built today on the
you see
ship.
Starship
So,
40 and Super
obviously it
Heavy
looks like we
Booster
lost one
20
of the
fly
RMAX
for
on the way,
SpaceX
but,
Starship 13th orbital
that
test
is
flight.
a,
So
good
yeah,
way to demonstrate our
yeah, we're
potential
gonna
engine out capability there. So
we're gonna see what will happen here next. Oh,
engines kind of
accidentally
tip over a little bit to compensate for
muted
that
the volume.
offset thrust.
Sorry.
So
It's
that
all
was
right.
really cool. That's something I know the team's been we've analyzed that since Flight 1 all the way back. So
Yeah.
that's something that we've thought about quite a bit, and it's kind of
So
cool
what
to
you're
see
going to
that
see
and
next is
realize
going to be a
that.
payload deploy
Yeah,
demo
absolutely.
of Starship 39
If you
here.
can't tell, Jake is
We're
on
going to see
the
the
ground
payload bay
today.
door open, then Starship 39
One
deploy
non-raptor
its
thing I
22
noticed
Starlink
also
simulator
back on the,
satellites
when we had the
in
shot
space.
of the aft flaps. It's a little.
So you
weird
can also
this
see
time on the
Starship now has upgraded docking ports.
not on the
Starship
side where
39
we're gonna
has
see heating.
let's
And
see
that's
Starship
the
version
other
3
thing
now
too,
has
that
docking
I
ports.
had the same
You
question.
can see the
actually,
docking
so
ports right
I
there.
talked to some
Yeah,
of our chief chill engineers
those
the other day, and we're actually
well,
running, here's the
pillars
shot
or
right here,
studs right there.
So,
Those
again,
are
we're seeing all these
those
tiles still on
are
the
docking
flat
ports
now,
right there.
which
Those
is
are
really
what
good,
are
'cause
going to
that
enable
was one of our experiments
Starship
where
spacecraft
we
to
wanted
dock
to
in
test
space.
different connecting
So yeah, that's the
methods,
new version 3 change.
on the way up to launch
Yeah,
if that
Starship
makes sense.
Starship
So,
39
it looks like most, if
it's the
not all,
first
towers are
Starship
hanging on
spacecraft
there,
to
so that's actually
accommodate
a really good data point.
the
Looks pretty good to me.
the docking ports.
Now,
So
once
yeah,
again, this view
so yeah,
is
the
from
Starship
the
so yeah,
side
Starship
of
version 3
Starship,
has
which is,
docking ports
basically
now.
the second stage of the Starship vehicle as a whole.
Oh
This
wow,
is
you can
one
see a whole
of
bunch
the
of
flaps
venting.
on the vehicle that helps to control its
Oh yeah, you can see
position
camera looking
as
at the
it-
forward flap
as
right
it is
there.
orbiting.
So they're keeping the
And
same
also,
forward
of
flap
course,
design
during re-entry
like
as well, that's a
Starship
critical
version
phase.
2 had.
I mentioned
So
earlier that
basically, this is a more
deploy the
refined
Starlink
Starship
satellite,
spacecraft than what we have seen
as well as,
previously
perform
on
an in-space
the
relay of a
the
Raptor
recent
engine.
Starship
If
test
all of
flights
that
in
goes well,
2025.
we'll be targeting a soft
So they
spot
have a whole lot of
ocean.
new
We heard
upgrades.
from Suren
You can
on the
see
recovery team a little bit earlier.
you can
They are
see
standing
those
by waiting,
RCS thrusters
to
doing the
receive
work.
The ship that we see here.
Yeah. So like I said, if you want to learn more about the Starship version 3 changes, then go check out my community post about
Hey guys,
Starship Flight
we are
12.
looking good. It does look like we are within bounds of what we analyzed if we were down one of our RVAC engines. So I wouldn't call it nominal orbital insertion, but we're on a trajectory that we had analyzed, and it's within bounds. So team's continuing to work through it with that engine out. They're working through some steps on the engines. We probably will end up skipping the Raptor relight.
Yeah, so because of
today,
that
but
RVAC
it
engine
sounds like
going
we
out,
should still be on
that Raptor vacuum engine
for
went out.
payload
Oh yeah, you
deploy
can see the
at least
RCS
at this
thrusters
time. So very dynamic
doing their
moments
work right
here
now.
with the ship.
You saw the blue
But we do have it in
beams
space.
coming
It
out.
is
Look
on
at that.
trajectory now,
Looks like
towards
blue
the other
beams
side
are
of
coming
the
out of the
planet,
RCS
and
thrusters
then
right there.
east
That looks
west
awesome.
in the Indian
I
Ocean.
love that.
It's going to start to
I
get
love
darker.
blue.
We're heading into an orbital sunset.
It almost kind of looks like Godzilla's atomic breath a little bit.
Then we'll
The
brighten
blue
up
atomic
once we're on
breath.
the other side of the planet, and hopefully looking at some good daylight when we
All right, prepare to see Starship 39's payload bay door open somewhere at the top of the screen right there. So yeah, prepare to see the payload bay door open on Starship 39. RCS thrusters continuing to do their work, orienting Starship 39. RCS thrusters are orienting Starship 39 into the position for a payload deploy demo. Should be seeing the payload bay door opening anytime now. Wow, look at it. It's turning blue. It's turning blue now. Yeah, blue Starship 39.
So we're a little over 17 minutes into flight. If you're just now catching up with us, we did see
Alright, prepare for
liftoff
payload
right at the
deploy
top of
demo.
our window.
Starting with the payload bay door
Super
opening.
Heavy getting off the pad, initially lighting all 33 of those Raptor engines, got through a successful hot staging. Initially lit 6 engines on ship, had one RVAC go out on the way uphill,
Yep.
but still able to make it into
There
space.
we go. Oh, there it is. Starship 39 is opening its payload bay door. Payload bay door is opening. So there it is. Starship 39 has opened up its payload bay door. The payload bay door is opened, and there is Starship 39's 22 Starlink simulator satellites.
Inside a Starship there.
So yeah, there we go. That was the payload bay door that opened up, right there.
Looks like how
And,
the weight PEZ door
and,
is open. Just a reminder, we've got 22
And,
deployables in the
here we go.
payload bay today.
It's gonna be time
22 Starlink mass simulators
to deploy
and
these
2
22
are
Starlink simulator satellites. So the
we like to
so
call
the
them
payload
internally,
dispenser has been
so
upgraded a lot,
V2
and
Starlink
is now going to be
satellites.
deploying the Starlink simulator satellites out much
Those are
faster.
going to be testing a bunch of components that we're planning to fly on Starlink V3, and we've also got them outfitted with a number of cameras for another tech demo that we're trying out on this flight.
Yep.
We definitely are looking for a way that we can look at
All right.
Starship's heat shield while it's still in space.
So
kind of only see
payload
so
bay,
much
so
from
the
cameras
payload
on the flash,
dispenser,
can't see
the payload
everything.
dispenser has
But
now
on the
been
belly,
supercharged and
one
is
of
now
the
going to
only
be
ways you
deploying
can do
the
that is
satellites
have
out more
something else
faster
flying near it. So
than before.
we're going to attempt to our final 2 satellites.
Those final
going
2
up
satellites
there
are
have
Dodger
a
Dogs.
suite
They'll
of
have the
cameras
hardware on them.
that are going to be looking back at the ship.
Yep.
We're going to be at nighttime.
Maybe at
And so
nighttime,
we've
and
got-
they'll have flashlights on them, so we'll
Sounds
see
like we're
it.
getting into payload deploy. We'll be at nighttime. They've got some powerful the flashlights on them to
Yep.
try and
Alright, here we
eliminate
go.
the ship's heat shield while we fly away
I
from
think
it. So
the payload dispenser system's
see some
priming.
transmotion.
You can see the mechanism, the system is grabbing the stack, and it's lifting the stack up, and preparing to deploy the first 2 Starlink simulator satellites. So the stack is lifted up, and here we go. First 2 Starlink simulator satellites deploying. So there we go. Starship 39 is deploying its 22 Starlink simulator satellites. Starlink simulator satellites deploying. First 2 Starlink simulator satellites have been deployed from Starship 39. And then, just like that, we have a Starship version 3 spacecraft deploying a payload.
2 down, 20 to go.
2 down, 20 to go. Here we go.
As a reminder, that's one of the things
Remember,
that we upgraded.
this is
in
22
version
simulated
3,
satellites,
gave
test
the
satellites,
little
22
soup up
test
to the
satellites. So
dispenser, so
these are not going to stay in
Satellite's gonna be
space
about
for long because they're going to be on the same suborbital trajectory as Starship 39, and they're planning to burn up upon atmospheric entry. So here we
first
go.
two out the door, 2 more
Simulator
on the
satellites
way out.
3 and 4 deploying. There's 3. Oh yeah. And there's 4. You can see it's much faster and smoother now. That's why I told you. They've supercharged the payload dispenser. So
Alright, 4 down, 18
Fast-
to go.
4 down and 18 more to go. 4 down, 18 more to go.
Flexing my basic math skills here today.
Oh yeah, same
Again,
here. I'm gonna see if I can try and copy
there
you.
are 20 of these 22 satellites. They're essentially
So
just
3 out of
math
so
simulators.
4 out
They're the
of
same size
22
as those
satellites
Starlink
deployed.
V3 sats that we're hoping to fly
Alright.
later this year.
Simulate test satellites 5 and 6 deploying. There's 5. Oh yeah. You see how smooth it is? It's so smooth. And there's number and there goes number
And from
6.
this top-down view,
And there we
so
go.
looking down
That
at
those
the
are the final 2 Starlink simulator satellites that are deploying, the Dodger Dogs. Those have hardware on them that will capture video of Starship 39 in space.
That we're going to be testing out.
Alright, so 6 out of 22 Starlink simulators deployed.
3 engineering cameras and then 1 other camera that's hopefully going to be giving us some views of Starship in space.
Yeah.
But we will see how that works. Again, this very much a tech demo.
Prepare for 7 and 8 to deploy.
The satellite's going to kind of try and turn everything on.
Alright, so 7 and 8 deploying.
And the primary reason we're trying to
Simulator
do this
satellite 7 and
is
8
to get
deploying.
some views of the heat shield.
There goes 7. Test satellite number 7. Lucky number 7.
Out the door.
And 8
out the door,
satellites deployed.
And I think that counts, or that comes up to 8
USA,
total.
USA, 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 America 250, America 250.
The teams are still
Yeah,
to see
yeah. It's, by the way, it's July 2026 by the time of recording this video. So 4th of July is tomorrow as of recording this video. So yeah, I hope all of you are ready for 4th of July 2026. And yeah, prepare to celebrate 250 years of America. So
designed to offer
prepare for 9 and 10 to deploy.
downlink capacity per satellite.
So that was 7 and 8 that was just deployed. Now, now 9 and 10.
Incredible.
Alright, I think that's number 10 going out the door.
Yeah, that's number 10. Starlink simulator satellite number 10.
Yeah, there
Out
it
the
goes.
door. So yeah, 10 out of 22 Starlink simulator satellites deployed
So
from
yeah, the
Starship
camera you
39.
have on your left screen there is basically right at the bottom of the payload volume. So the kind of dome-shaped structure you see there that's actually the top of the fuel tank.
Yeah, that's the top of the liquid methane tank.
Then the camera view
All right,
that you have
prepare
on
for
the right
11
is
and
the
10 to
external
deploy.
camera that we have positioned so that you can see basically the light
11
through
and
the
12.
open PEZ dispenser door.
11
you see
and
that
12.
sliver of light.
Deploying
You
from
can see the
Starship
Starlinks,
39.
Here
Alright, so
deploying as
test satellites 11 and 12 deploying. There goes 11. And there goes 12. 12 for Starship Flight 12.
As we mentioned,
Yeah.
20 of these Starlink
12 out of
simulator
22
satellites,
Starlink
and
simulator
we have
satellites deployed.
2 of these specially modified, as we call them, Dodger dogs here around here. Those, as Dan
Prepare for
mentioned earlier,
13
they
and
have
14.
some V3 tech on them, some solar arrays, and those will be the last 2 that will be
Okay,
deployed
so
today.
13 and 14 preparing to deploy.
Yeah, that's right. And,
Lift that stack up.
Seeing this, I think Dan called them turbocharged or supercharged PEZ dispenser.
Supercharged
it's
payload
definitely coming out
dispenser.
much faster
Alright,
than our
13 and
previous
14
flights, so
deploying.
that is really good to see.
There goes unlucky
yeah,
13.
look at
Well, actually, not so unlucky 13 deployed.
And especially once we,
And
fill Starship
14.
up all the way
14
with
test
around
satellites
60
deployed.
or so
14
these
out
Starlinks,
of 22
being able to
deployed.
deploy them
Next is 15 and 16 and 17, 18 and 19 and 20 and
it's gonna be important
then
for
Dodge
designing the
Dogs,
overall mission
21 and
profile.
22.
Yeah. Now, fans of Starship may know that Starlink enables lots of unprecedented views,
So it's
both
14.
from space, as we see here, and on Earth. In addition to the dozens of cameras on Starship itself,
Alright,
we
prepare
also
for 15
have
and
mobile
16.
Starlink camera kits deployed in the Indian Ocean.
Woo!
Yes,
This is
Starlink
incredible.
also connects our aerial cinematography units on the ground at
Yeah.
Starbase.
Okay, 15 and 16
at other
deployed.
strategic camera spots
Test
around
satellites 15 and 16 deploying.
It's all part of
Oh,
how it
yeah.
comes together
There goes 15
to tell the incredible story of Starship both on and
and 16.
Yeah.
So they were able to do this for the very first time on Starship Flight 10. It was a little bit out of control, a little bit wobbly. They were hitting the door, but some of that they managed to improve it on Starship Flight 11, and they've improved it significantly, much more on Flight Flight 12.
The Raptor engine.
All right, prepare for
Just due to
17 and
everything that
18
we saw on
to
the way up
deploy.
Those sea level
That was si-
engines,
that was 15 and
we're gonna
16
use
that
them for
deployed.
landing burn though. They are still capable
17
to
and
be used for
18,
that. So
then
we'll
19
still
and
look
20,
to
and then
control
21 and
landing
22,
in
the
Gulf,
Dodger Dogs. So go
but no
17,
in-space relight. Alright,
And
I
there
think that's
goes-
19 and 20 headed out the door.
no, that was That was 17 and 18. I'm counting.
Coming up are Dodger Dogs. So these are modified V2 Starlink satellites. We do
So,
have
19
number
and
of
20,
cameras
preparing to
on these
deploy.
that are going to attempt to look back at Starship. We're not going to get this
There you
video
go.
in real time, but we're going to try and turn it around if we do
Prepare
get
for
some
19
video
and
down.
20 to deploy.
So don't worry, if we get views of
Starlink
Starship
simulator
from these
satellites,
we will
19 and
be
20
sharing.
deploying now. There goes 19.
And these will be exciting because again,
Yeah, there
there's
goes 19.
really a tech
Test
demo,
satellite 19.
getting our chance
and then
to
test
test
satellite
out some of
20.
the technologies for version 3.
So 20 out of 22 Starlink simulator satellites deployed. Last up are the Dodger Dogs, the final two test satellites.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Preparing Dodger Dogs, test satellites 22, test satellites 21 and 22, the Dodger Dogs. Here we go. Prepare to see some onboard Starlink simulator satellite camera view on these two Starlink simulator satellites, looking at Starship 39. And here we go. Dodger Dogs deploying. 21 deployed.
And one out the door.
One out the door. Alright, here we go. Last one. 22.
You can kind of see on the right side of the satellite, you see some bright white spots.
You
Those
can see
are
the flashlights right there.
them. The
That's how we're going to
camera's
see
gonna
Starship
attempt to look
39.
back and
And
image
here we go.
Starship's heat shield.
Number 22,
Slides slowly
test satellite number 22, the final Dodger Dog deploying.
There it goes.
And there we go. Oh, flashbang. There's a light. That's a light. That's a light right there. Should be getting some camera view right now. Should be getting some videoing of Starship 39 right now. You see the mechanism disarming, disengaging,
We're pretty excited.
and there we go.
It's always sunny in space.
So yeah, there we go. And I think the payload bay door now is closing. Yeah,
So
Sure does.
that's
Payload bay door
exactly
has
what you wanna
closed.
See there, that's great.
so there's the door. It's
So, yeah,
closing.
Payload deploy complete. Oh,
Yeah.
You can see the door closing there.
Payload bay door
Alright,
has
There
closed.
we go.
And there we go.
Yeah, payload
22 Starlink simulator satellites deployed. Let's see if we'll get some video here shortly. Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, Starship.
That was incredible.
We closed the payload door, and we're going to continue to coast around Earth.
We're gonna have
all
to
the way
skip our
to
in-space
the
Raptor
Indian
engine
Ocean.
light demo because of what
So
happened
still a lot of major events to come
with that
today.
Raptor vacuum
Sounds like
engine.
we're not going to hit that Raptor relight, based on what Dan was saying, but after that, of course, we'll have the atmospheric reentry.
Atmospheric
and spark
entry.
down. And with that, we're going to go on another quick coast.
So sit tight, enjoy some amazing space views and the space jams, of course. And we'll be back in a few minutes for Raptor relight, or excuse me, not for the relight, but we'll be standing by for
Atmospheric entry. So yeah, you see Starship 39 testing its flaps again. Okay. So we're now T plus 30 minutes into SpaceX Starship 12th orbital test flight. Everything has gone absolutely amazing. Literally, it was absolutely incredible. So Starship 39 and Super Heavy Booster 19 lifted off of Orbital Launch Site 2 at the Starbase launch site, and it was absolutely incredible. The deluge systems activated, the flame trench water deluge system, and the top deck water deluge system activated, and Booster 19 ignited all 33 Raptor engines at once. And yeah, it was at once because of the new version 3 changes. They basically had a transfer tube. They basically, the transfer tube is basically the same height and width of a Falcon 9 Stage 1 booster, basically, which allows for faster ignition, faster ignition time, and for the Raptor engines to ignite simultaneously. So, yeah, they ignited all at once. You can see a little bit of frost particles falling off of Starship 39 right there. That's just from the frost right there. Not anything off nominal. yeah, you can also see the new docking ports and the new catch pin as well. So yeah, Starship 39 and Booster 19 successfully lifted off of Orbital Launch Site 2 with the double deluge system activating, and then Booster 19 igniting all 33 of its Raptor version 3 engines at once, simultaneously, and they successfully lifted off from Orbital Launch Site 2. So when they ignited the engines, they were all at full thrust already. Once they ignited all 33 engines simultaneously, the engines were already at full thrust right when they like almost immediately after ignition, and then probably sometime almost immediately after ignition they lifted off. So Pad 2 is designed to hold the whole entire rocket down while the engines are at full thrust, like at 100% full thrust. Yeah, that allows them to basically lift off almost immediately after ignition. But that's something that Orbital Launch Site 1 didn't have. That's something that Pad 1 didn't have. So we're moving our flex again. So they lifted off. Starship 39 Booster 19 lifted off successfully. They quickly approached supersonic speeds and went through max Q. Then once they were at hot staging separation, Booster 19 shut down all but 5 of its engines. Then Starship 39 ignited its 6 Raptor version 3 engines. They ignited 2 of the Raptor vacuum engines at first, and almost immediately after they ignited 1 sea level engine, and then the rest of the sea level engines, and then the 3rd Raptor vacuum engine. A little bit different of a sequence right there for Starship version 3. And then Starship 39 Booster 19 did hot staging separation, and Booster 19 did its flip. Well, basically, not directional flip. It was supposed to be a directional flip, but the sequence must have been a little bit wrong, and caused Booster 19 to go in the wrong direction, and violently caused Booster 19 to flip a little too fast, a little too hard, a little too violent, and Booster 19 did. And then Booster 19 attempted to ignite all 33 engines for the boost back burn from what we could see, and that went completely wrong. The engines, it was a complete disaster during Booster 19's flip and boost back phase, and they had an early boost back shutdown. Booster 19 descended into a trajectory like very far away from its intended ocean landing area in the ocean landing, and Booster 19 did make it to atmospheric entry with those three redesigned and upgraded grid fins, maintained control after it was spinning around after the boost back burn aborted or failed. It was descending at a higher angle of attack, which is like descending like almost at a horizontal position. And then Booster 19 attempted to do its ocean landing burn and simulated Mechazilla catch, and kind of failed. To do so, and it was descending down too fast, and then Booster 19 had a very fast ocean landing. It splashed down so hard, and now it's destroyed. Booster 19 is destroyed because it had a hard ocean landing in the Gulf of America after failing to initiate its ocean landing burn and simulated Mechazilla catch. However, Starship 39 had a much successful outcome than what Booster 19 did. It got into space, and despite losing one Raptor vacuum engine along the way during the ascent burn. Starship 39 still made into space with those engine out capabilities. And yeah, it made it into space successfully with those 5 remaining engines. What Starship 39 is going to be doing next? After that, Starship 39 successfully did its in-space objectives, which is the payload deploy demo of those 22 Starlink simulator satellites, and now it's preparing for atmospheric entry. So there's definitely a lot of things to improve for Starship Flight 13 here, Starship Flight 13, which is going to be the second test flight of Starship version 3. And oh my God, look at this! Look! Oh my Godzilla, no way! That looks absolutely unbelievable! That right there is a camera view from the last Starlink simulator satellite that they deployed. Oh my Godzilla, that looks absolutely incredible! Oh, so the light payload bay door is closing. Oh my Godzilla, look at that! Look at that, you can see Starship 39 right there. You can see it's SpaceX logo decal, the Starlink terminals, the heat shield patches, heat shield tile patches, and everything.
Contact with both of those satellites.
Wow, what a surprise. That was incredible. Surprise everybody.
Again, this is a view
replay
from one of those satellites as we deployed. It looks like this was from the last one out.
Yep, number 22.
Taking a look at Starship in space.
Wow, you can see the docking port right there, the docking ports, the raceways, a bit of the heat shield with the ablative layer right there, the flaps, the forward flaps, the SpaceX logo decal right there, and the heat shield tile patches for the heat shield tile experiments.
Starship in space.
So yeah, that's Starship 39 in space.
Aside from just being really cool, this was our test to try and develop a free flyer
that looks absolutely incredible. I love that.
Payload bay, look back at it, and then do essentially a pirouette.
Right, so we're going to go ahead and skip to atmospheric entry, which is about right here. Starts right here.
And we should
so here we go. Starship 39's forward flaps and aft flaps are now entering their position for atmospheric entry. And yeah, forward flaps and aft flaps are now in the position for atmospheric entry. I think I could see what looks like the lights from the Starlink simulator satellites, it looks like.
We're on this suborbital trajectory to splash
They're like all the way below now, from the looks of it.
We are going to attempt a landing burn.
So we're now in the position for atmospheric entry here. We're getting into the position for atmospheric entry.
On the way in, we're going to intentionally do a maneuver where we're going to kind of pitch the nose up and deploy those.
Yeah, we're going to do a flat blood test near the end of atmospheric entry, and then shortly after we're going to shortly after do a return to launch site banking maneuver. And simulate a return to launch site mission, and yeah, we're gonna just sit here and wait for the plasma heating to start intensing up. So I think I can already see some of it starting to show up. So we're descending in altitude in kilometers. So we're so from what I can see, it's going to look a little, atmospheric entry is going to look a little different here, because you can see on the bottom right there on the little simulation. The little launch simulation thing, trajectory simulation thing, or whatever it is. You can see Starship 39 in like tilted to the side. I think that's probably to I think that's probably the new version 3 change that they're doing. I think they're going for a little change of plans with that for atmospheric entry here. Going to start like a little bit like a RTLS banking maneuver right at atmospheric entry, kind of a little bit. But yeah. But now we're going through atmospheric entry right now. We can see that plasma entry heating start showing up. Wow. Wow. So, you know. Alright. We are. Wow. So we're currently just about above Madagascar at this point. Alright, so oh boy. We're gonna see that catch pan get put to the test as well. We're gonna see oh wow. That atmospheric entry heating is starting to show up. Oh boy. 110 kilometers in altitude. Oh boy. Things are starting to heat up. Oh boy. Wow. That just looks absolutely amazing looking. Look at that plasma entry heating right there. We are descending at hypersonic speeds from what you can tell by the speed right there. Wow. Look at that. It's like almost pulsating a little bit right there. Oh wow. It's like magenta pink right now. So once things start heating up, you might see some rainbow discoloration on the windward part of Starship 39 there, the stainless steel part. Yeah. So now 100 kilometers in altitude. Oh wow. Look at that flat camera. Wow. So yeah, we're going to continue to watch Starship 39 go through atmospheric entry here. Wow. Things are really heating up. So, wow, for that, it's like blue and magenta now. Blue and magenta. I love those colors. I love blue and magenta. Blue and magenta are one of the best color combinations in the whole world right there. Oh. I can see forward flight camera. Oh wow. So we're currently just about entering the Indian Ocean at this point. Oh wow. Look at that. Blue and magenta. Wow. That color looks absolutely amazing. Oh wow.
Welcome back to Starship Flight 12, the first test flight of Starship version 3.
Yep.
As Dan mentioned earlier, we were able to make contact with the modified satellites just shortly after deployment, and as you may have seen, we got some sweet views of those sats looking back at the ship. Pretty cool to see.
Yeah, those views were incredible.
Now, as you see on your screen, currently the ship is re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. This is the plasma starting to build up on the exterior of the vehicle. Now, we do not plan to recover the spacecraft today,
Yeah,
but
true.
rapid and reliable reusability is the ultimate goal.
Yeah,
It's
that's
blue
right.
and
And
magenta.
re-entry is a critical phase of flight, and we need information on how the ship's systems perform.
Oh, I think I can
Re-entry
see.
is an extremely demanding
I think I can see what looks like the Starlink simulator satellites burning up and upon atmospheric entry right there.
To launch the rocket back off in reverse. So the 18 million pounds of thrust that we have.
I think that was the Starlink simulator satellites that were those flashing
We're now, and then
little
another,
lights right there.
Several minute burn
On
on
the
the ship.
bottom
We're now
right.
basically
On the
undoing
bo-
all that
on the
energy
right.
here via aerodynamic braking, essentially.
Oh yeah, I think that's them. I think I see
And
them.
of course, Starlink is a big part of it, as that's what allows us to.
Yeah, I think that's the
actually
Starlink
gather this
simulator
data
satellites burning up on
and
atmospheric entry
show
right
these
there.
live views.
Goodbye, Starlink simulator
And again,
satellites.
the
See
data
you
gathering is
potentially
really
in
the
Starship
reason why
Flight
we're doing these
13.
flight tests. So Starlink provides us just one more path
Wow.
to collect that data that ultimately allows us to rapidly iterate Starship's design.
Now, if ship manages to make it all the way through re-entry, we'll collect valuable data on the spacecraft flying through the Earth's atmosphere at these hypersonic speeds, which is basically more than 5
It's
times the
blue
speed of
And
sound.
magenta.
We do anticipate that it might be a little bit of a spicy re-entry, so we'll see how far we get. Re-entry is typically a portion of flight where we don't have communications with the spacecraft because it's re-entering at or around orbital velocity, roughly 8 kilometers per second, or for those of us that think in other units, roughly 5 miles per second. At those speeds, the spacecraft is moving through the atmosphere and it creates that plasma field that we saw forming around the vehicle.
Yep.
Yeah, and although the plasma looks really cool, it does distort some communication frequencies. So it's not uncommon to experience brief blackouts in communication. Of course, thinking long-term here, Starship is designed to land on Mars where there are no runways or other humans to help out. That's where we're going with the propulsive landing instead of a more traditional means like parachutes. Propulsive
Yeah.
landing, not only, again, is it more cool, but it enables a more rapidly reusable...
So yeah, Starlink simulators have basically burned up upon atmospheric
We should
entry.
hear some call-outs as the ship makes its way back to Earth. When we hear entry max heating and entry max Q, that means the ship has made it through the maximum heating and aerodynamic loads that it will experience as it returns. So if we make it through those, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you can see in the bottom left right now, we're at 23,500 kilometers per hour speed.
Yep.
That's just a crazy number to think about.
I think I might
But
start seeing sunlight
as we
here
keep progressing
soon.
the mission, we are going to hear a call out when the ship is transonic and then subsonic. So
So-
transonic refers to the period of flight where the velocities of airflow surrounding and flowing past the vehicle are concurrently below,
Yep.
at, and above the speed of sound.
Well, look at
Kind of
that.
in that Mach 0.8 to 1.2 range.
That plasma
And
entry
for
heating is
reference,
getting
commercial
intense.
jets have a range of cruising speeds, but mostly fly around Mach 0.74 to Mach 0.85. And after we hear the call out that Starship is transonic, we should hear the call out when Starship is subsonic.
Yeah.
This refers to speeds that are much less than the speed of sound, so at this point in the flight, ship's velocity will be slowing down.
Prepare for it to start turning daytime here.
We definitely have a crowd still here in the lobby of SpaceX headquarters down here at Starbase, Texas. Everyone is, loves watching ship re-entry. It's always such amazing colors.
Shame.
This must be what it feels
Same
like
here.
to be one of those praying mantis shrimp or mantis shrimp. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but the ones that see in billions of colors. This is the closest I feel to being one of those.
Yep, yep. I think one other thing that's cool to point out right now is look in the bottom right, you can see where we are on a globe there.
Mm-hmm.
We're squarely in the Indian Ocean already, and
That was squarely in the
we've only
Indian
been
Ocean
flying
at
for
this
53
point.
minutes. So pretty crazy. We went all the way from Texas to the Indian Ocean
In
less
just
than an hour.
under an
She
hour,
flies
yeah.
pretty fast.
She
That
flies
is-
very fast.
Alright. So we're now slowing down in speed.
Alright, so the light show continuing. We are through the period of peak heating, and we'll be looking at the peak pressure coming up in the next couple of minutes. The next 10 minutes are probably going to be the
Alright, so yeah, we're
spiciest
at
of
54
entry
minutes
today.
and
As a reminder, we are
12
going to be
seconds
doing,
into Starship Flight
some
12
stress
here.
work on this ship, where we're going to do a maneuver where we kind of kick the nose up to fully deploy those aft flaps.
Yeah, so flat blood test.
To really
Get
get
near the end of
a
atmospheric
good
entry.
test of the structural
And
strength.
then shortly after that, we'll do
We did that on one previous flight test on version 2.
we'll do
Trying to do that
RTLS
today.
bacon maneuver. Return to
Since
launch
we
site
did
bacon
skip
maneuver
the
after this.
in-space burn, we're carrying a little bit of extra propellant in our
We're gonna
header
start
tanks
our
up in the
return to
nose.
launch site
So
bacon
that's gonna
maneuver
put a little
after
bit of
atmospheric
extra
entry
stress
here
on those forward flaps as we
to
come in.
simulate our
So
trajectory
we will see
to the
if we're
simulated
able to hold through
Mechazilla
that
catch
re-entry.
point.
So that will be another watch item. We did skip that in-space burn,
Yeah.
but we are expecting at least 2 of those sea level engines to try and ignite.
So yeah, we're
for
now
landing burn.
so yeah, because of that
We entered the
Raptor
entry
because of
period
that
in a good
Raptor
attitude.
engine
So
that
if
Raptor
we're
vacuum
making our
engine
way to the target
went
slash
out
sound point, we got that
earlier
Starship recovery
in
team
the Starship
standing
Flight
by.
12,
we
and
should
because we had to
be
skip the Raptor engine
about
relight
10
demo,
minutes
we're
away
now going to be
from
trying
splashdown. So,
2
another segment over
Starship
the next couple
39's
minutes.
Raptor sea level
Okay,
engines
Jake,
on
let's see how
for
Starship holds up
ocean
on the way
landing
in.
in the Indian Ocean. The Raptor engine powered
Yeah,
ocean
we
landing in
just
the
heard
Indian
on the
Ocean.
nest there
So, yeah.
that engine chill has started.
So engine chill for the
essentially what that
ocean landing
means
burn
is
has started.
We are prepping the landing engines by getting them down to temperature ahead of that landing burn later in the mission here.
Okay.
And on a lot of our previous flight tests, we've been removing a bunch of the tiles. If you've watched those,
We
were
only got one
really
tile removed
intentionally
this
trying
time.
to push ship beyond its limits. On the last flight, we even had basically a hole get punched into the liquid oxygen tank that you could see when we did the landing burn into the ocean. And
Yeah,
the ship
that was on
still
flight
able to
11.
make it. But right now, we're really going to be testing the structural strength of these flaps on the way in. And this is a flight test. We're trying to intentionally.
We only
find
got
where
one
our
tile
limits
removed
are.
this time, so this ain't gonna be that
And
big of
this
an
view,
issue.
you're looking at a whole bunch of tiles. I think Jake talked about it earlier. We bonded some additional tiles to the leeward, or kind of the metal side of Starship,
Yep.
to see how those different bonding techniques would hold
You'll
up.
see those
And looking like we've got quite a bit still attached.
yeah, they're testing out
Yeah, and as we're
some
going
new
down through the
bonding for the
atmosphere
tiles
here,
here.
we are at about Mach
Some-
16.1.
Okay, whoa.
So
Still
still
looking good.
extremely fast. Although we
I think I
have,
see some heat on the
scoped
catch
out
pin
a
right there, and it
substan-
looks like it's holding.
substantial amount of our speed
That
already.
atmospheric entry heating
Altitude
is-
at a little less than 60
is
kilometers.
really it's really coming into extreme now. Daytime is starting to come. We're gonna land just somewhere west of Australia. We'll land just somewhere west of
Alright, we're
Australia,
about
right there,
8
where you can
minutes
see.
away from our targeted landing and splashdown time. Again, this is when the ship's gonna start.
So look at the G-force. Okay, there's the G-force.
End of the peak heating region.
Starship 39 is now entering the maximum
Just what we
heating
call it,
region.
getting to the end of the peak heating.
Or-
So
We're
the-
nearing the end of the
highest
maximum
temperature
heating
ships
region.
the Starship's gonna see during its re-entry.
See the G-force start increasing right there? Alright, without 1 G-force, 1 G,
This camera angle changes as it is attached to the
A
forward
forward flap.
flap on Starship. So we're actually experiencing the articulation of that hardware,
yep.
helping to
Oh,
steer the ship down for its precise landing in the Indian Ocean.
Oh, our speed is decreasing a
Yeah,
lot
that is
more.
just a really cool, kind of cool piece of perspective there. I know some people say it makes them a little seasick, but I definitely love it. It makes it feel like you're, you know,
I'm
you're
starting
really
to start
riding
seeing
along with the ship all the
daytime.
way down.
I'm starting to see some daylight.
Yeah, and aside from just looking cool, all these camera views providing just really critical data on how the heat shield, how the flaps themselves are holding up. That's why we've got these in the flaps and then all scattered all around the ship so you can see
Oh,
how
yeah.
they hold up. There's some internal to the vehicle too that, and we're getting all of this video back via Starlink, even as we're just enshrouded in plasma. We're able to
I'm starting to see
operate
daylight
at a
now. I
high
see the
enough
curve of the earth.
frequency to punch through, and that is
Almost an hour in.
blue ocean and sunlight you're seeing just beyond the flap. So we are coming down into daylight, hopefully splashing down in the next 6 minutes or so in the Indian Ocean. We've still got a couple of maneuvers lined up where we're going to be really stressing the flaps on the ship. So
Ship has passed through the peak heating region. External temperatures are coming down.
Alright, Starship 39 has passed to
Wow,
the
that is
maximum
incredible
heating
news.
region.
As Dan mentioned,
Wow.
we were expecting this reentry to be super spicy, but excellent news that we're now past that period of peak heating,
Maximum
and that
heating.
now the external temperatures are starting to
1.5
decrease.
G-force. Now
Those
under
heat shield
50
tiles
kilometers
there
above
on the
Earth.
belly of the ship, really doing a ton of work to burn off all
We're
of
like
that
tilted to the
inertia
side right now,
that the
but
vehicle
we're
had,
still in a stable
uh,
position right
prior
now.
to re-entering the atmosphere.
Yeah, and you can tell by the G meter down on the bottom.
Alright,
right,
now
that
1 hour into
we're starting to pick up a couple
SpaceX
more Gs
Starship
here, so
12th
we're
orbital test
definitely
flight.
entering the thicker part of the atmosphere. Where
We're now entering
scrubbing
the
off
thicker
all
parts
that
of the
energy like
atmosphere.
Kate's saying.
all right, just about 5 minutes or so to go. We're coming up shortly on the maneuver where we're
Flap
going,
load test.
it's affectionately called the flap slap, where we're going to kind of pitch the nose up on the ship, and you're going to
Alright,
see
two
those aft
G
flaps, the ones
forces.
on the very bottom.
Alright, here we go.
fly.
Here we go.
Ship is at peak dynamic pressure.
Starship 39 is at maximum aerodynamic entry pressure.
And we're now at peak pressure.
Alright, here we go. Flap load test has
Ship
started.
flap load test has started.
Alright, Starship 39 flap load test has started. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Looks like I made it through that. Holding strong. Starship 39 is a
Looks like
strong
it's
run.
holding.
Starship 39 is a strong one. First version
Again,
3
that-
Starship
that was
spacecraft
the
made
part,
through
just
that
a
very
lot of
easily.
extra stress on those aft flaps. We
Alright,
are
prepare for
expecting
the
forward
return to
runs
launch site
to
making maneuver
see a
at any
little
time
bit of
now.
extra stress as
We're
we
gonna
get
start our return to
more
launch site
propellant in the header
banking
tanks in the
maneuver
area
here.
right at the very nose of
Ship
Starship.
flap load test is complete.
So yeah, the flap
And
load
we're
test
through
is
that
complete.
test.
There we go. And we just did that test at Mach 7.
So that was at Mach
there,
7,
we are
so
still going
literally at
incredibly
hypersonic
fast.
speeds. We're descending fast, slowing down very fast, prepare for the return to launch site banking maneuver to start.
Alright, we are just about 3.5 minutes or so away from our targeted landing burn. Again, we're expecting to try and see 2 of these Raptor engines light for the landing burn.
Yep.
Normally we plan for 3, but we're going to give it a try with 2.
Yep. Prepare for the RTLS banking maneuver
Hopefully
to
we've
start.
got
Ship is
surround-
starting the RTLS banking maneuver.
All right, here we go. We're now starting the return to launch
and
site
that
banking
right there,
maneuver
so
here.
we're starting
This
a
is the same
banking
thing we saw on
maneuver.
Starship Flight
Essentially
11
what
here,
that
where
is
we
when we come back to Starbase,
where we come back to
or when we
Starbase
plan
and
to come back to
plan to
Starbase,
come back to
the trajectory is
Starbase
designed so
and
we'll
do a Mechazilla catch.
essentially
This
swing
is
out over the Gulf and do
we're-
a swoop maneuver.
we're doing
to
a
then
big
come back to the towers
swoop
for
maneuver,
catch.
like basically
And so-
doing
We are
like
doing that exact same maneuver.
we're basically
as we head
tilting
towards
a whole
our
lot
target splash down
right
in
now.
the Indian
We're
Ocean.
altering our trajectory to create like half a
that
loop,
call out there is the
trajectory,
preferred,
which
RTLS
will
stands
take us
for
to a
Return
simulated
to
Mechazilla
Launch
catch
Site.
point in the
So
Indian Ocean
definitely
here.
A pretty cool thing we're demoing
Alright,
here on the ship.
30
you know,
kilometers
as
above
in the
Earth.
future, we are going to be
We're
trying
now
to
on our
bring the ship
side
back to
and
velocity, which is
drifting
gonna be
now. We are like
absolutely insane.
drifting as we are altering our trajectory right now to prepare for a simulated Mechazilla catch in the Gulf of America here. This is a maneuver you'll be seeing when Starship returns to the launch site for Mechazilla catch operations, return to launch site operations.
This developmental phase of the vehicle.
Wow.
And, really proving what a test flight is.
We are like
Absolutely.
drifting, power sliding. Alright, pressures are
Right
coming
there,
down.
Dynamic pressure coming down, and I'd say we're in a pretty good bank right now.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
Executing the power slide. We're about
Power
90
sliding.
seconds away from our anticipated landing burn. Clouds coming up, pretty sunrise on the other side.
Yeah,
of the
clouds
planet.
coming up, an incredible sunrise in the horizon.
Starship is subsonic.
Alright,
It's
Starship
on top.
39 is subsonic and descending. We were supersonic, then transonic, and now subsonic.
Reacting to that call out, letting us know that we are on target for this.
We're now on
precise
target for
landing in the Indian
ocean
Ocean.
landing.
This will once again
I'm
be
prepared
a
to see them
soft
do
launch.
a final turn. Prepared to see them rotate for the final approach to the landing site.
Standing by to receive this ship. Once again, this is the first
Sort of
flight
one
of our
G-force.
completely redesigned Starship version 3.
Yeah, and if you remember the suborbital flights from a few years ago, this is very much the
Alright, 12
same
kilometers
regime
above
that
Earth.
we're in here. So we're sub 15 kilometers, executing what we call the belly flip maneuver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
Serial number 8, the first.
10
belly
kilometers
flop.
above Earth.
I remember it well.
Alright, here we go. Descending down rapidly.
Just some really amazing views of the Earth as the ship is
We're
coming
continuing to
back
look nominal.
home. Thanks, Starlink.
Alright. Prepare to see them rotate for their turn for the final approach to landing site.
Yeah, you can see.
Alright,
the
we're now
aft
rotating.
flap there, making minor corrections.
Starship is turning for final approach to landing site.
Yep, we are turning for final approach to landing site.
Minor corrections.
Here we
and
go.
a full
Minor
turn.
corrections. Alright, we have turned for final approach to landing
Yeah,
site.
Starship doesn't fly like an airplane.
That was our turn there for
Or
final
like a
approach to landing
skydiver.
site right there.
Full belly flop on the
Alright,
way
so there's the
down, using
engine
those
layout.
flaps
Prepare to
similar
see
arms
two
to
of
help
Starship 39's
change
Raptor
the-
sea level
the
engines
path
ignite.
of the air over
So here we go.
coming up
Prepare
real
for
soon.
ocean landing burn. Going through
Yeah,
the clouds
coming for
now.
landing burn, trying to
And
look
here we
to
go.
these Raptor sea
Prepare for
level
Starship 39 ocean landing burn startup. Raptor engine powered ocean landing in the Indian Ocean.
Landing burn startup.
There we go. Starship 39 ocean landing burn startup. 2 out of 3 Raptor sea level engines. Starship 39 has flipped and is now vertical. We're now transitioned to 1 engine, and we're now hovering and dropping down, and Starship 39 has landed.
Starship is landing.
Starship 39 has landed.
Future
And then shut down. Alright, there we go. Starship 39 is tumbling down, and kaboom! Starship 39 has exploded upon impact. Wow, look at that mushroom cloud and fireball. That looks like a nuke. Wow. Now that was an exciting landing right there, and excitement was guaranteed for Starship Flight 12. It also kind of looked like we did a little 360 a little bit. Wow.
It may sound to hear, but it is the truth.
Wow. Well, there you have it for SpaceX Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight. Yeah. All the fans cheering Starship on. USA, USA, America 250, USA, America 250.
That was the first
Yeah.
completely redesigned vehicle.
The first test flight of the version 3 generation of the world's most powerful and largest rocket was a success. Well, mostly a success because we lost Booster 19.
Pretty happy crowd in the control room behind me.
Wow.
I will say. It's probably the most excited I've seen.
We lost Booster 19 on ocean
in a
landing.
really long time.
But Starship 39 had a much better outcome, a more successful outcome than what Booster 19 did. So Starship Flight 12 was mostly an incredible
We're having a
success.
great time, Dan. Thank you so much. That was another exciting Starship flight in the books, and we hope that you enjoyed those awesome Starlink views. So congratulations to the team at Starbase and everyone here and around the company. So many employees have contributed to the Starship program as we continue to iterate and make progress towards a multi-planetary future. So that wraps it up for us here in Hawthorne. Thank you guys for tuning in, and back to you, Dan.
All right, thanks. So just to recap, we lifted off right at the top of our window, 5:30 p.m. Central Time. We were able to see the booster light 33 of those Raptor engines get off the pad and ascent over the Gulf. Successful hot stage separation. Initially lit 6 of those Raptor engines, lost one of the RVACs on the way uphill, and then the booster didn't complete its full boost back. Its mission ended a little bit early, but landed in the clear area that we had set in advance. Once we were on orbit with ship, we were able to get through our payload deployment, 22 satellites, the 20 simulators, the 2 Dodger Dogs, which successfully turned on cameras. We'll see if we got any more views from those. So obviously stick around. Skipped the Raptor relight, but made it through re-entry, on target landing in the Indian Ocean. You saw those views. Starship made it.
Yep.
It's been a long time coming.
It truly has
really
been.
excited to see this vehicle fly, and there are several more on the way. So that's going to do it for me up here. Send it back down to Kate and Jake and everybody who I hope is at least a little bit excited down in Star Factory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is absolutely insane.
Well, I'm gonna be
down
excited for
here.
Starship Flight 12 when
We
it
would,
Starship
of
Flight
course,
13 when it
want to thank
launches.
the fine people of Cameron County, including the residents here at Starbase.
I'm gonna be excited for Starship
as well as the
13 when
Coast
it
Guard,
launches.
The Federal Aviation Administration, the government of Mexico, and of course the Australian Space Agency.
Yeah, so honestly, just huge congratulations to all our teammates here at SpaceX and everyone who's supported the Starship mission just in general here. It's been a massive effort.
Yeah, Starship
Really
Flight
incredible.
12 was
Yeah,
incredible.
there's a lot of
Best
people that
Starship
really
test flight
are
yet,
to
and the
make
most
things look
insane
easy,
one
so
yet.
Shout out to those teams.
Because I was screaming
Now
when
be
it
sure to
lifted
follow
off in my
SpaceX
reaction
on
video.
X for updates,
Literally.
and more exciting views that we didn't get to show you on today's live program. I have a feeling we'll see some pretty amazing stuff come from those demonstration satellites that we were able to show some initial footage of. Now, if you're interested in more launch coverage, head on over to our profile on X. We also have SpaceX.com/launches for you
Yeah.
to check out for the most up-to-date
You got all,
information.
you got all that. You
Thanks
got
to
all
all of you
that.
for tuning in. We're gonna close it out and celebrate with our colleagues. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great night. We'll see you next time.
Starship Flight 13 is next. Finishing it off with this. A first in a lifetime moment here. Yep, first time ever seeing this right here from Starship. Yeah, so there you have it. Starship 12th Orbital Test Flight was a very incredible success. Next up is SpaceX Starship 13th Orbital Test Flight featuring Starship 40 and Super Heavy Booster 20. So yeah, happy 250 years of America. Wow. So yeah, there you have it. That was Starship Flight 12 there for you. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into the outro and then end the video. So yeah, that's going to conclude Starship Flight 12, everybody. Alright, so let me go and pause this. Alright, there's that. Alright, so yeah. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, that's gonna conclude Starship Flight 12, everybody. Here, let me go get Godzilla. Here's Godzilla right here. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody. So that's going to be the end of SpaceX Starship 12th orbital test flight there for you on our live event video. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, that was an absolutely awesome Starship Flight 12 video that we just did. And I hope you all enjoyed it a lot. I hope you all liked it a lot. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to Godzilla King _ Nights 54 to 23 because we are nearing 100 subscribers on YouTube. Because I'm really excited for 100 subscribers right now, and we are closing in at 100 subscribers on YouTube. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, please like the videos and subscribe to Godzilla King _ Nights 54 to 23 to get our YouTube channel to 100 subscribers on YouTube and for more videos like this. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it, and we might do a video on 4th of July to celebrate America's 250th birthday. And yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it, and we will see you all in the next video on our YouTube channel. So yeah, bye-bye now, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody. See you in our next video on our YouTube channel. And happy 4th of July, and happy 250 years of America. So yeah, bye-bye now, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody. See you in the next video. Alright, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody. That was an absolutely incredible video. So if you did enjoy this video, I really that really means a lot to me, and I'm really excited to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. So yeah, make sure you do like the videos and subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can hit that milestone, because I'm really wanting to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. It's going to be our biggest milestone yet. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we will see you all in our next Godzilla King _ Nights 54 to 23 YouTube video on our YouTube channel. So yeah, bye-bye now, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. See you all next time in our next YouTube video on our YouTube channel. And have an awesome 4th of July, everybody. I might do a video for 4th of July tomorrow of a fireworks show. And yeah, it's going to be really awesome. So it's gonna be an absolutely awesome time celebrating America's 250th birthday. It's been 1776 to 2026, 250 years of America. So yeah, bye now, Godzilla and Kaiju fans and everybody. See you in our next YouTube video on our YouTube channel. Bye now.